But is there any reason he'd need that much cash in the normal course of business?
No legitimate reason.
Better Call Saul, Season 6, Episode 6, Axe and Grind. All of the major pieces are essentially in place as we await the ongoing conflicts to reach their resolution. Howard may yet prove to be far more formidable than Kimmy Corleone and Saul Goodman are expecting. Tensions are high with Gus's men as the threat of Lalo still looms, where Mike and Tyra seem headed for an inevitable showdown of some sort. And Lalo's international mission in Germany saw him square off against Casper, the former team member of Ziegler. We can probably assume Lalo will extract the information he needs, given he chopped that poor fella's leg off in a rare moment of vulnerability for Salamanca. Lalo will no doubt return sooner or later for his final showdown with Gus, and this will almost certainly collide with Kim and Jimmy's story, perhaps even during their mean-spirited scheme against poor Howard. But this episode was really all about Kim Wexler. In the opening, we got another Kim Flashback, which acts as a counterpoint to the only previous flashback to Kim's youth. In the previous flashback, Kim refused to get into the car with her drunken mother. She rejected her reckless mother, took her cello, and walked home. This was not unlike the flashback to young Jimmy, when he rejected his father's principles, refusing to be a sucker like his old man. But this time, Kim was in trouble for shoplifting, her mother put on a big song and dance, and she got away with it, and her mother was actually proud. Unlike last time, Kim benefited this time and won the approval of her mom. And deep down you get the impression she knows she did something wrong. The scene also has parallels from when Chuck saved Jimmy after the Chicago sunroof incident. Chuck and Kim's mother both expressed that it might be beneficial if they allow their guilty actions to be punished accordingly. We can probably assume Chuck really meant it, whereas Kim's mom didn't. Kim looked pretty happy getting away with it. Even if she at first seemed morally conflicted, she ultimately got her way. And for Kim Wexler, this has been a common theme throughout the show. Kim tends to want to do good, but more important than that, she likes getting her way. And she usually does, where McGill is all too happy to do whatever makes her happy. But in these flashback moments, Jimmy is once again learning that you can always get away with something. And Kim is learning that too, but perhaps for the first time. After her first few cons with Saul, Kim tended to get all hot and heavy, as if Jimmy reignited the pleasure she received from getting what she wanted with the earrings and the necklace. It now feels less like he corrupted her and more like he awoke something already there, which perhaps explains why Kim is so damn good at the hustle. This is similar to when Jesse inspired Jane to give up her sobriety and use again. And the irony of Jimmy corrupting or reawakening Kim is that she in turn is now further corrupting Saul to get what she wants. It's almost like a weird symbiotic relationship where they feed each other. McGill may have been true to himself before Kim was. He knows deep down he's still a slippin' Jimmy opportunist. But now that the sleeping giant is awake inside Kim Wexler, her inner Kimmy Corleone is proving to be far more aggressive and daring than Jimmy tends to be. The proof was in the ending. McGill saw their charade was screwed up because their imposter didn't have a sling. McGill wanted to pull the plug so they could live to fight another day. But Kimmy Corleone wasn't having it. And the ironic thing here is that Cliff may have just helped her dream come true with or without the Sandpiper settlement. All she had to do was keep driving, and as McGill said, live to fight another day. But she wants D-Day to happen, damn it. And she'd apparently rather see her dream come true by ruining poor Howard. Kim made a choice here, a reckless one at that. Kim's first childhood flashback scene with her mom, she rejected her mother's reckless ways. Kim refused to be reckless herself, but now here she is, falling victim to that which she once rejected. Now take a look at Jimmy. In his childhood flashback, he rejected his father's principles. He refused to be a sucker. But perhaps now he is being played as a sucker like he's never been played before, and Kimmy is the one playing him, just like she always has. She plays Goodman like a mean cello. They're both perhaps turning into what they once rejected in defining childhood moments. Reckless Kimmy and Saul the sucker. There has been a common theme this season where Kim is framed as if she is imprisoned, and the young Kim Flashback also had that atmosphere, where it almost felt as if someone was visiting her in jail. We see yet another toilet in this episode, and I still feel they have been strongly hinting that Kim might be a player behind the scenes in Breaking Bad. I do wonder if she won't wind up being in prison, though. Perhaps it doesn't happen until during the Breaking Bad timeline, or perhaps it happens before and Kim still advises Saul from inside her cell. But I still believe the hints are there that Kim is a player in Breaking Bad, although nothing added to that this week. If anything, this week may have added more doubt to my take, if anything. When Kim turned around, it feels like it was a bad choice road. The defining moment that, one way or another, will ultimately ruin her, especially when you consider this disturbing cut.
It is pretty great.
Kim, this is fantastic!
That was when Kim was all excited about the Jackson Mercer Foundation. But even here, she was disappointed at the idea of not being there for D-Day. But this was fantastic news for Kim, and despite that fantastic news, and despite their scheming plans being ruined by a broken arm, Kim made the choice that might likely lead to her ruin. And the cut from them celebrating to the wood chopping definitely can't be a good sign. Beyond that, I believe Kimmy and Goodman have more problems than they realize. For starters, they are still underestimating Howard, who might now have an angle on them. Howard likewise gave Cheryl a heads up that Goodman's antics are getting worse and going beyond bowling balls and hookers, so him tipping her off could prove significant. And since Mike previously told Kim it was 1,000 to 1 chance that Lalo would reach out to her, I think that is a near certainty. And of course, we'll soon get to see Mike best Tyrus. Will Lalo return from Germany in time for D-Day, where a perfect storm collision may unfold and explode, or will he still need more info from Kai or one of the other Germans? Either way, I fully expect we will see more of young Kimmy Corleone, even if she was a bit more like Fredo back then and a little less like Vito and Michael. Whatever happens next, I for one am thoroughly enjoying the season, and I cannot wait to see the mid-season finale prior to the break. To quote our pal Tuco, thus far this season is feeling tight, yeah! Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night.
You remember what was going on with Chuck's brother, Jimmy?
You mean with the bowling balls and so on? That's not over with.
Boss has a problem. He knows how to reach me.
I think it's getting worse. In fact, it's possible you might hear or see something.
If you have a problem, I'm right here.
But is there any reason he'd need that much cash in the normal course of business?
No legitimate reason.
Most likely he'll never reach out. He's got bigger fish to fry. But in the 1,000 to 1 chance that he does,
Before you bleed to death, you and I are gonna have a talk.
Once I sell my little black book, it's gonna be all animals all the time.
Black Book? Maybe that's for the best. Nip it in the bud. I mean, protecting her from the consequences of her own actions.
Mom took it upon herself to call you. I was just letting her know where I was.
You didn't cry to her on the phone?
What? No.
You didn't cry and beg Mom for help.
I didn't know you had it in you.
there are wolves and sheep in this world, kid. Wolves and sheep. Figure out which one you're gonna be.
I got you something. See? Your mom's good for something, huh?
I'm just gonna walk.
Really? You're gonna walk 3 miles with the cello. Don't be stupid, get in.
They're gonna love you on sight.
The only thing is, the lunch is on D-Day.
We're gonna pull the plug, and we are going to live to fight another day.
What other day?
It's pretty great.
Kim, this is fantastic.
Kim? Kim, are you still there?
Yes.
Well, did you hear what I said?
Nip it in the bud.
You think you've lost everything? You have no idea. It happens today.
I'm handling it. I will put an end to this, whatever it takes. I thought you should know.
Who is this? That, my friend, is Albuquerque's public enemy number one.
Give it to me, Chandler. I want...
You're done. You are done!